Drink.
Hello everyone, Ben is here, and today we are talking about Slaanesh rework, everything that is linked with Tides of Torment DLC. My first impressions: I played some of the Dechala, played Masque of Slaanesh, and also looked on Nakari, you know, the big guy that was on the release of Total War Warhammer 3. But let's not linger, let's just hop into the video.
And corrupt.
Okay, so Dechala is quite interesting. I have to say that I'm surprised with her. I was surprised. First of all, her starting position is weird. It's on the far east of the map, next to the Kurashan Nippon, yeah. She's playing entirely different than the other Slaanesh factions, it seems, because she has this system of pleasure palaces. And it's like... It's hard to judge Slaanesh from my first impressions playing her, because she plays entirely different. And it's actually a good thing in a way, because Dechala actually works. We're talking on the last video with Sale, the faithless guy, that the Norscans, he was a similar idea to CA had in the past about Aranessa and Mother Stankia, to make a sub-faction that works entirely different than the normal factions. Good example of those is also Nakai, but Nakai was never working in vanilla, he still doesn't work really. And it's similar thing with Dechala. Dechala as a character is having that she has two different resources. One is trolls and the second is decadence. It's decadence. And her all building, is really talking about her, is like reviewing her, because her whole system of campaign is that when she takes the major settlements, she can change them into pleasure palaces, and pleasure palaces are just like very strong major province with faction-wide effects on buildings and so on. And she uses trolls to make those buildings in these pleasure palaces, but to get trolls you have two types of minor settlements. And when you take a settlement, you can decide if you want to make it like a military or economical settlement. And economical one is having a trolls, a pool of trolls like 1000, and buildings that will deplenish those trolls from the settlement to your global pool of trolls. Yes. And then if you use those trolls for the pleasure palaces, you can increase your decadence, and the decadence is increasing stuff in your unique panel that allows you to get army abilities, which has a great panel on how you unlock them, because you need to by unlocking them there, you can do it not only via panel but in the pre-combat panel, let's call it. It's like, I know you're hearing all of this is very confusing, because it is. It is a bit confusing. The Hala is confusing Legendary Lord, but when you understand how you play her, she is very cool. And I was surprised because I enjoy her way more than Norscan, the Slain, the faithless guy, Sile. I will never learn this name. And besides that, my other impressions with Slaanesh would be that we have the technology changes that doesn't feel much, really. With the Norsca, the technology changes felt way more impactful. With Slaanesh, it's that we just got more technologies, you know? Like, we still have almost the same tabs in the sensations category, and then we have Disciples, and Disciples is just a big tree for the unit. And that's it. It's not as a big change in terms of Slaanesh, how the faction itself is reworked, as Khorne was with the Omens of Destruction, or Nurgle with Thrones of Decay. But it's bigger than Tzeentch. That's something, at least. It's way bigger than Tzeentch. Doesn't change the fact that, as I said, I think it would be nice if we actually had a bit more changes to the Tzeentch. We still have this seduction mechanic, which the Hala is different, because the Hala doesn't take the unit on your side, it just debuffs the unit by like 50% all the stats, which is fine, and it's cheaper than just taking the unit. It's fine. I was never a fan of this mechanic, so I can tell about it. We still have the we can have the devotees to make the cults. So as a Slaanesh, you are more cult based than other monogod factions, which is fine. Again, nothing really groundbreaking here. We have a new units and also characters. There is a new Lord, Sorcerer Lord of Slaanesh, which is whatever, really, sadly. We have the new hero that is based on Dark Elves, and it's okay, yeah. I'm not like... It's Druki Anointed. It's a okay hero. The interesting thing is that it can have bound abilities both from like the dark magic of Dark Elves and the Slaanesh lore, so it's okay. It's like a hybrid melee hero that has some bound spells, which is fine. Again, nothing groundbreaking. Other units, we have a Slangors classically. Whatever unit, sadly, for overall for Slaanesh, because Slaanesh faction is very fast already. It has Chosen, has Warriors, has the Demonettes, Striders. So this unit has very low usefulness, let's call it. More interesting are like the Chosen. The Chosen of Slaanesh are like those serpents, like Dechala. Dechala, by the way, is very cool character. She's a very powerful, but the problem right now I see with her is that her animations are very buggy in battles. She's very buggy. You need to really babysit her to make her work in battles. But when she does, she's really powerful. She was like one-tapping Croxigors for me in the battles against Nikai. Besides that, other units, we have the Praeton, which is just a big manticore, again, and doesn't have anything interesting. We have those Knights of Slaanesh on serpents. Of course, I don't remember the name again, but it's like an okay unit. So I would say, yeah, overall impressions for me for Dechala, very interesting sub-faction, really different than the normal Slaanesh ones. But besides that, Slaanesh did not got a lot of changes as a faction, and he's playing fine. There's nothing like groundbreaking here like was for the Norska. As for the Masque, very fast, is that Masque is just better corn, it seems, because, as I said, the base faction, you won't feel much of a difference for Slaanesh as a base faction, besides the more technology trees that are really not crazy. But you have a dances, and dances are working exactly like the momentum of Taurox, and I think Bloodlust, it was for corn. The mechanic that when you win battles, you just get more and more bonuses for a specific army. With Masque of Slaanesh is that you're getting the dances, your lords can perform a dances, and when you perform a dance is that you have stages and you can pick what bonuses you want. Yes, and you have 4 different dances, and each of the dance has 3 different like the groups, and from each of the group you can pick one upgrade when you get to this, and they are cool. Some of them are like simple, like you're increasing melee attack by lowering melee defense for your army, but at the end stage you have some crazy stuff like army abilities that are very powerful, and when you finish a dance fully for one lord, then you're unlocking like a faction bonus, and this faction bonus are on the top bar and they are really powerful again. So again, Masque as a legendary lord, which is free, which is important, she seems very interesting. We are talking about the Arbal level, if you don't know, for the Tides of Torment, Omens of Destruction. I think the Arbal was the best addition to the whole DLC and the update. And Masque is really good, and she's way more interesting than Nakari, that just received an ability to use the footies to seduce enemy lords, which is fine, but like a no-brainer mechanic. And yeah, that's really my first impressions for the Slaanesh. Quite interesting faction, I have to say. Way less changes than the Norska. Doesn't mean that they are worst. Dechala, I had a lot of fun, even if her starting position is very, very easy, and her campaign is very easy. But she's a monster in the battlefield, and I assume also in the sheets because of those 6 heads. So, thank you everyone for watching. Remember to leave a comment and like this video if you want more. The next and the last impressions before the review will be, of course, the Eyeless. And if you don't know why SFO is not working, there is a big post on Patreon for SFO, so you can check it out. And yeah, I was Vendors, I'm out, and have a nice day with snakes.